Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are, and welcome to a very special Nerd Tube production. I'm here with cousin Cheeto, also known as the Bloy Blunder. How you doing, mate?
I am good, but I am here to watch the Batman's moves so I can defeat him in battle. I'm doing my research.
Wonderful. And as I said earlier, I'm Zam. So, our friend Vance Major has he, he's he has created his own Batman production. Hello, Randy. Welcome to the stream.
Oh,
And so just started our introduction here. Our friend Vance Major has just created his own Batman production. It's called Batman and Robin Day of Justice. Something he's been meaning to do for a long time, getting away from all the Star Trek fan films that he consistently does, doing something for fun, doing something with his son as well. He's got together with Joshua as well, who also is a renowned fan filmmaker. He's been playing one of the villains in this, so I'm very much looking forward to this. Seeing some of the fun side of what Vance can offer as a fan filmmaker, something he's been dying to do, playing Batman with his son, who's also playing Robin. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Randy, what have you got to say about this upcoming production, and what are you looking forward to?
well, I'm just looking forward to seeing how much anybody else enjoys it. See if anybody enjoys it as much as I do. Uh, I, Vance invited me to come in as an editor, and I've pieced together the footage, and hopefully I've made it into something enjoyable, along with Vance's work and all his guests. And I think we've succeeded. It makes me smile.
Okay, okay. So in case people didn't know, Randy here did splice the film together after all the film with all the footage that he was being given. And do you know how long this movie is going to be?
22 minutes.
Right,
That's a decent runtime to get a little story in for a fan film.
right.
And how do you feel about it without giving anything away?
Um, I think it's the whole thing. I hope Vance doesn't mind, but the way it started was Vance filmed himself and his son playing Batman and Robin just around the house and in the backyard, and he had footage of that, and he thought it would be fun to make a film out of it. And so he got his legitimate actor friends, yeah, and co-stars and editors and all this kind of stuff to come in and help make it into a video. And I think it works. At its heart, it's a father playing with his son, and that gives it a lot of its charm. But it's got some moments in it that are they're pretty scary. So I hope that comes over.
Just got a quick comment here from Joshua. Um, who's going to be in this? He goes, "Hey guys, working. I'm trying to finish a project, but I'll be here in the comments. Thank you very much, Joshua, and I hope you finish your project. Guy's always working, always got something in the works, and whatever he's doing, I'm looking forward to it coming out. So yeah, continue with the good work, Josh. Cheetah, anything you'd like to add regarding what you are hoping to see in this upcoming production?
I just can't wait to see the Batman and Robin in action so I can, study their moves.
Wonderful. Make
But
a
no, seriously, I
rage.
mean,
Sorry.
this has been a passion project of Vance for a long time, and it'll be fun to see him, you know, do this with his son, and he's always wanted to do films with his son once he was old enough to kind of do it. So yeah, this will be very exciting to see and see how it pans out.
Great. Welcome to the stream, Mage. We'll just we have Randy Wren with us, who is the editor of this movie. He spliced all the bits and pieces together to come up with this 22-minute production. But Mage, I just would like to ask you, is there anything regarding this particular film that you're looking forward to, considering what we've seen from Vance before as a Star Trek fan filmmaker?
Um, nothing in particular. I'm excited to see how much fun he and Royce have together, because in Constar, the motion picture, they had a lot of fun working together, and some of the other smaller side projects he and Royce have done. So I'm just looking forward to that, seeing more of that bond between the two of them. It's just very touching to me.
Yeah, I agree. Vance, he constantly, and if you're friends with Vance, you will know like like his love for his son. He just is it overflows him, and he's always speaking about it, in on Facebook and stuff like that. He's a very proud father, loves his son very much, wants to do as much
Absolutely.
as possible with his son as he grows up, and what a great dad that he is to do something like this. I mean, if I was his son, I'd be amazed that my dad, has made a movie and we're playing as Batman and Robin together. That in itself is just not many kids have that luxury. So once what you're doing as a dad is phenomenal. It's a great thing to do, and it almost brings a tear to my eye just mentioning all of that. And I know your son's gonna come out of this really well as well. It looks like he's got one of his little friends playing the Riddler. That's
Right.
pretty cool. That's really cool, seeing a child as a villain. I'm a big proponent of villains, as well as I've played one very briefly in one of Vance's fan films. So I'm looking forward to that, as well as Joshua playing a villain too. What's the name of the character again? The Exterminator, or Mr. Egg, or the
Eggman.
Eggman.
Egghead. Yeah, Paul
Yeah,
McCartney was the Eggman.
yes.
No, he
I
was
briefly recall in the Adam West era that Eggman was played by Vincent Price, I believe.
I thought that is that Egghead? I thought it was Egghead, but I might be wrong.
Egghead,
Eggman is from
Egghead.
Sonic.
It's Egghead. Yeah, I was.
Egghead. Sorry, I apologize.
I'm old. It was a brain fart.
That's okay. Listen, all these heroes and villains, they've all got similar like names and stuff. Like, oh well, we're gonna take this like Shazam and or Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel. I mean, there's some even direct crossovers there with names. So, yeah,
look,
go ahead.
Little spoiler here from Josh. My son is in it as well, playing Superboy.
Superboy's in this. Young Justice for the win.
As a matter of fact, in my opinion, is one of the high points of the film is the phone conversation between Robin and Superboy.
So finally, I just want to quickly mention before we forget all the characters in this poster here, is the young lady who is playing Poison Ivy, I believe.
Right.
Yes, and if you don't mind me asking, who is she?
I don't remember her name. It's on the poster, I think, but I don't recall her name offhand.
Probably Sierra Taylor.
That sounds right. It should be right.
It's in the top right corner.
Upper right hand corner. That might be right. And some other faces you'll recognize from Josh's films. A lot of them are very, very good actors.
Okay, I've got Sean with us as well, but I can't seem to add him. I think we're kind of limited whilst we've got the screen on. Let me just take it off for a brief second. How long have we got left? We've got 6 minutes. Okay, let me stop sharing. Okay. Hello, Sean.
Nice to probably when we start watching the film, we'll have to put most of you guys in the background, and then afterwards we can come back and do the interviews.
Yeah,
this is the pregame.
Yeah,
always good start pre-gaming.
And Sean's in it.
Oh, you're in it as well, Sean. Who do you play?
I am Aquaman.
Unless it's a spoiler.
Not a spoiler. You'll see me soon enough. So
you're playing Aquaman.
Yes.
I tell you what, we did an Aquaman fan film a couple years ago, like that, that we reviewed.
Oh, yeah, I remember it.
The luscious locks of Aquaman. Oh man.
Yeah, he looks.
Well, I mean,
It was-
I won't say mine in this film are quite as luscious. It's more Aquaman thinks that the sea smells like Teen Spirit. That's about it. So, but no, the wig does the job. So,
Hey, I mean, gotta love
Were you-
wigs.
Were you
Yep.
trying to hone your inner Jason Momoa when you were playing Aquaman, or were you
Are we
going
Oh,
going
for
God,
more
no.
for a
traditional-
comic book accurate?
I had no real reference, and again, this was 2.5 years ago that I filmed this. I was kind of surprised that the film was even still happening. So really, I just I figured not really relying on anything for the inspiration for it would suit me best for it. Just create something that's fresh and corny in all the best ways. So
a lot of the people in this film are part of the Star Trek fan film that we've seen amongst people like Josh and Vance. Is this the first time you're doing something a bit different?
with these guys, yes. In general, absolutely not. I know on my own channel I'm doing like bunch of like you can't really sit me still when it comes to Star Trek. I'm bouncing around doing really all kinds of different stuff. Like I'll do like whatever my hobby that's kind of concentrated my focus is on in a given moment. That tends to be okay. That's a video idea, and then we'll do that. I don't really stay in one camp for an extended period of time. So
Okay. Anything? Anybody else here got anything to ask Sean before the fan film starts? Cheetah?
No, not really. I mean, I'll probably have tons of questions after we get done. But yeah, no, I mean, is there anything? So, have you actually seen Sean? Have you actually seen the finished product, or at least the rough cut of the product?
Yes.
Or are you going? Okay, so you've seen the rough
Yeah.
cut. Okay. So
Did
Well,
I
that'll
did I
be-
do
that'll be
okay,
good.
Sean?
what's that?
Did I do okay, Sean?
Well, absolutely, yes.
Good, thank you.
Without giving any names away, Sean, is there any other maybe special guests we should be expecting in this film?
Henry Cavill, he's going to show up.
Naturally, he's looking for work. Yeah, no, off the top of my head, I don't really think there's really any surprises from the cast. Who knows? I could be wrong. I tend to be so deep in this sort of stuff, pun intended, because deep end, that really nothing surprised me as far as guest stars. But no, I hope you guys are excited nonetheless for it. So
Well, speaking of the devil himself, me
Ooh.
man, welcome to the stream. Good to see you again, mate. It's been a long time. We're
What's
going to
up,
be
man?
starting very shortly, so unfortunately we can't have everyone on screen when we do start doing our watch along. So we'll ask you to come, all of you, to come back. Whoever
Or
wants
you
to,
guys can just stay backstage. I mean, we can put you backstage, and we can only have
Yeah.
4 people on the screen when we actually watch the film. And then after the film's over, everybody, like, we can have everybody on.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll get off. I'll get off this. You guys enjoy doing what you're doing. I'm gonna get off so I can comment on my channel for the thing, and then I'll join you guys afterwards. Sound like a plan?
Sounds
Yes,
like a
it
plan,
sounds-
Lieutenant Dan.
Sounds fabulous.
All right. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Look forward to
Bye.
it. See you, mate.
All right, late.
All right, we're going to be starting soon. So, all right, I'm going to bring up the screen. If you are unable to fit in, I do apologize.
No problem.
We will.
It makes me wonder if we can still hear them, though. Like, if we have Sean in and, like, we can't see him, but we might be able to still hear him.
yeah, it's possible. I'll hang out backstage, and I guess I'll see if I can commentate. Be a little backseat streamer here.
Yeah. Backseat
So.
reactor.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we can still hear you. So
Okay, cool.
so we just can't see you and your beautiful beard.
I am the ominous voice in the darkness.
Let's see if I can full screen this bad boy.
Excellent.
Nope. Oh, come on. Damn.
What are you doing, Sam?
I'm trying to change tab, but every time I change tab... Hold on, let me put it here. There we go. The luxury of having two screens.
Yeah, but now there's an echo.
Are you serious?
Yes. Here, I will bring it up. You take that off. I will bring up the fan film.
Okay, well done.
I just don't know. There's not ads, I don't think, right? For a premiere.
I don't believe
I
so.
know. No, it's been the technical difficulties. I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
No, sir.
Yeah, negative.
Fantastic. And this is why pre-gaming is important.
In more ways than one.
Oh shit! I forgot to.
You want me to bring it up again?
Yep, right now.
Your turn.
Okay, good.
You guys can hear, right?
Not.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's
yep.
how you find out who you really are. But this is the story of me, Robin, the boy wonder. But in order to tell it, I need to take you back. Once we're back, but when Bats was Mr. Grumpy.
I'm Batman.
Oh, I'm Batman.
Love it. Fantastic.
Uh-oh. The Blair Batman Project.
Welcome. Yeah, I love to do Sierra.
Batman to Oracle. There's another one found.
Another golden ring scene. Another death marked.
Same as the other. No body.
No body. Yet.
Yet. Batman out.
She turns her head pretty good for being in a neck brace. So I have to ask
She took lessons from Batman.
Yeah, right.
Nightwing to Batman. Arkham's going crazy. Which says something, all things considered.
I see it.
He's not wearing a mask, though. What a dick. Literally.
Is that crypto?
Crypto.
This is Vicky Vale of GNN with breaking news. Several inmates of Arkham Asylum have escaped. And this just in, Egghead with a message for Batman.
I bet you're walking on eggshells now, caped crusader. That escape plan was exactly what Gotham deserved. You're going to be scrambled when we're through with you. Hope you don't crack under the pressure.
Give this man an Oscar.
Show some justice.
We love you, Josh.
Never. Josh is a villain.
Time to go.
Batman and I were handling the worst. Gotham threw at us. You can tell that there was something going on. I didn't know what, but I was learning. I was always learning.
Taking selfies, fight crime.
Mr. Queen.
These large creatures begin appearing all over the world. First reports of gold rings, and now these reports. The creatures blended into the background in heavily wooded areas.
What changed?
I have no clue. Campsites were completely abandoned. The only sign anything had gone wrong was blood on the floor of the forest. The whispered rumors of a forest monster.
I need more than rumors.
So what's your take on all of this? I know you've been taking notes, waiting for the sky to fall on us.
At first I thought it might be mass hysteria, but there was nothing ideological. Then I thought it might be drug-induced, but there was nothing on the chalk screen.
Well, you're one step ahead of me then.
Arrow car, Arrow cave, aeroplane. I'm not surprised. Make no mistake, though. An attack on one of us is an attack on us all. And we protect our own.
But that is how he did things. Short and sweet. It's how we did things.
Living trees are coming to life and attacking the citizens. Not much else is going on. It doesn't seem like dark magic. It's something else.
Linda Carter incarnate.
Bat might.
I was expecting to see Superman.
He's behind this.
I don't know. This feels creepy. Almost sinister. It gives a warning sign. Yet...
It is the warning.
Holy double standard.
Right you are, old chum.
I'm headed to Themyscira to see if we can gain some insight here. But this goes way beyond what we've come across. Maybe Aquaman has some insight.
Oh no. I'll
be in touch.
Here we go. Oh, he's gone blonde.
I take it walking trees is something you know about.
Lord of the Rings. Good trilogy. One of the only ones done right.
There's always Star Wars.
Blasphemy.
This isn't helpful. Get it together. Walking trees are attacking people.
Hey, what happened?
Man.
Somebody spilled their ketchup. How did they eat their onion rings?
I prefer French fries.
Be in touch.
As time went on, I trained harder and got better, helping people as we could. I'm trying to solve the big mystery. I found small-time crooks I could take on. This guy was from One Gold Rings that man kept talking about. So I kept following this guy, this squatting guy.
Training montage.
Yep.
I have the Tiger Robin.
Yeah, mate.
No capes. Edna mode. No capes.
No capes.
No capes.
Oh, this will be a lot of loot.
What in the heck?
The back country.
Oh, not the crowbar. Robins and crowbars don't mix.
Vance doing his own stunts. Love it. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Sierra.
Is it me that's echoing?
That is me.
I don't hear an echo.
I can hear myself. It's okay. Keeping my feet in it is.
I give up, Robin.
Oh yeah, the echo.
I beat Robin.
Badass.
As I got older, heroes came and went. But me and Batman, well, we kept at it, trying to solve the mystery. And then I took on the big boss. making me do the riddle. Don't do it wrong.
Taking
I
him
love
by
the
the
Riddler's
tie.
costume. He's awesome.
It was impressive choreography for them being so little. I mean,
Yeah.
you would think it would devolve into just back and forth like kids usually playing, but instead they were rather disciplined.
Here comes Batman on stealth mode. Yeah, just another stunt coordinator on set.
Batman, I know what's behind all these monsters.
All right, old chum.
Bat,
Off to the
man.
Batcave.
Old chum.
This is your fan scene? I think
That was
my
good work,
favourite
Robin. I'll contact
shucks.
Commissioner Gordon and let him know what you found. Jim, Robin figured out who's behind all the bad things going on.
Oh, Batman. Commissioner Gordon's not available right now, so you're going to have to leave a message with me. I promised to give it to him once he's done letting out the rest of our friends.
Poison Ivy, you
couple
Cloverfield-coded
horrors.
criminal. You've crossed the line even your vines can't come back from.
Well, at least Gordon will prepare to be pruned.
Your threats mean very little to me, as I've grown something you can't root out. While you've been off chasing the inmates like a well-meaning bloodhound, I've been nurturing something far more dangerous than the average lunatic in tights. From the darkest forest this world forgot, I've awakened something ancient, something loud. And when he sings, the city screams.
What the hell?
Siren Head.
Holy amplified apocalypse, Batman.
Indeed, Robin. A beast that weaponizes sounds. Born from Poison Ivy's Garden of Nightmares. Till the League. The sky is falling.
Robin, JLA, time to kick some crud.
By the power of the gods, I'm ready.
Time to kick some crud.
By Neptune's trident, am I ever ready?
Time to kick some crud. Time to kick some crud.
Oh, got Tom Welling in the suit.
Tom Welling, okay.
I thought I had to be fearless to wear that
I
mask.
guess we finally get to see him in the costume.
Turns out being brave doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you show up anyway. Because sometimes the world will call your names, not because you're not ready, but because you're needed. And when that moment comes, You said.
Concrete jungle, where dreams are made of. But I feel so small, like a needle in a hay. People passing by, their eyes on the prize. But I'm wandering aimlessly, trying to find my way. Lost in the sea, can't find my way home. Surrounded by strangers, yet I feel alone. Searching for answers in this earth.
Are we getting a post-credit scene?
But I'm just a lost soul, trying to find my place.
That firing head sound, firing is all weird sounding. One of the creepiest sounds I've ever heard. Is all it is the tornado alert firing in Chicago.
Sean, if you're still listening, mate, when I see you, I want to see Aquaman, but I'm seeing Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Lost in the sea, can't find my way home. Surrounded by strangers, yet I feel alone. Searching for answers in this urban chaos. But I'm just a lost soul, trying to find my place.
Ah.
Vance Major post-credit scene.
Well, Robin had several outfit changes. Oh, look, he's Nightwing now.
Boy Wonder at your service.
Are you sure Gotham is still standing?
Yeah.
I heard you screamed when Siren had shown up.
It was a strategic exhale.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha.
I was a mid-kickflip. You wouldn't get it.
Are you saying I can't fight? I'm Superboy. Fighting is my thing.
Tapes throw you off balance.
What about you tripping over your own grapple line? Huh?
Tactical evasion.
Like watching a squirrel fight a leaf blower.
And here we are. Gotham's still here.
And the bad guys are in lockup. The sky isn't falling.
For now.
Are you worried about being ready the next time it does?
No, the next time it does, we'll be ready.
Cape, sass, and all. All right, Bird Boy, try not to break your nose before sunrise.
You two haystacks, say hi to the cows. Holy cloak confusion!
Someone told me the sky was falling. Am I too late?
That smile.
Okay,
Whatever
I
the
was
future
wondering-
holds, we'll make it a good one.
I was wondering if there was going to be a Marvel crossover, and there was.
Crypto can stay with me as long as he wants.
And there was
Because
Crypto
you're
in
a
her.
boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Seeing Josh's son in this as well, you can see the future is in great hands of the next
Capture the
generation.
bad guy. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Bye.
And is that it?
But that's it.
Okie dokie. All right. Let's remove this.
Okay. Yep, we are done. We are out.
Well, let me quickly say to you that was a lot darker than I was expecting it to be. But which is fine because Batman is dark, and I'm glad you kept to that particular theme. But like the '60s Batman, it also felt at times like an acid trip, which is also great too. I can see you guys were having a lot of fun with it, and
there we go.
I commend you guys for what you offered us. I mean, this was obviously years in the making, I guess, because you said you made this 2 years ago, Sean. I can't
You're
hear
muted,
you, mate.
Sean.
Sean, you're muted. He's still talking. 1 second. Let's see if I can unmute him.
I don't think he's muted on our end. I think he's muted on his end.
He's muted. I can't hear you.
Did you mute yourself?
Hello?
Can't hear you.
Sorry, Sean. Can't hear you, mate. You want to go come out and come back in? And maybe that's okay. Okay. Let's get to V, man. V, can you hear us?
What's up? Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So Tito, you want to ask? Oh, sorry, V, man. What would you like to say?
No, I just got here. I don't know what the conversation was about. Something about 2 years.
Sean, you mentioned. Can you? Hello, Sean.
Can you guys hear me now? I feel like
Yes.
I'm in an ad for Sprint or Verizon or whichever it was. He swapped sides, and I'm Canadian, and so I'm surprised I know that. But yeah, my scenes were filmed 2.5 years ago. I was actually bald at that point, which was interesting. So hence the necessity for the wig. It wasn't even like a thing I do for Sanders where I can like spray my hair gray. No, it was very much okay, we're going full Cobain on this one. So
well, you went for the classic Aquaman look, which is fair enough because he was a blonde guy originally before Momoa took over.
My inspiration for the Aquaman, both in terms of how he is as a character and looks, was the if anyone's ever seen the Batman Brave and Bold cartoon. The Aquaman in that cartoon, he's always like, he's very corny, and he's probably my favorite character in that cartoon. And he's always like outrageous, and he's just very over the top, and I love that. So when I talked to Sean about playing that character, like that's really the inspiration. And so like he kept the beard, and I was like, just buy a wig and something orange up top, get some green gloves. Like it was, that was the inspiration for that character, and I loved it a lot. The fact that he looks like Kurt Cobain is just very funny.
Yeah, working at Value Village at the time made it pretty easy to be able to shoestring everything together. So yeah, and I'm surprised I still have all the pieces for that costume. I'm trying to find a use for those green driving gloves. I was like, no, he's I don't know, something about because I was kind of looking at what gloves to get, and I'm like, I don't know, something's just so cool about driving gloves. I wanted some kind of a carryover after this where I'm like, okay, well, at least I have a nice set of gloves now for someone who doesn't drive and has no necessity for driving gloves whatsoever. But yeah. But
see, if it was me, like I would have got like one of those Paul Olive gloves. Like right at the end, I was just like, I was debating what suit to put Royce in, because as you mentioned, Zam, like Royce goes through quite a bit of costume changes, and he does, because like if you notice, he has at the very beginning, he has the Tim Drake animated series costume, the red here, the black shoulder pads, the black gloves. And then he switches to the Batman Forever costume, and then when he fights Riddler, he's in the Tim Drake 1 Year Later outfit, which is all red and then black gloves. But like the from the belt down, it's still from like 2.5 years earlier when he was playing younger, his younger self. And like those sweatpants don't really fit as much, but he's like, he was still like, I can fit into it, Dad. And I'm like, I don't think we have much use for these. So I had to rethink like, what's the after credits going to be? So but I was thinking about the like what gloves will I use, what new boots will I get. Like I have to redo the whole thing, and I was looking at like the just dishwashing gloves to put on Royce for the after credits, and then that's when I just decided to get the Batman and Robin costume for that last scene, for him and Superboy, something completely different. But yeah, I would have used green dishwashing gloves if I were you, Sean. Like it, I'm very cheap that way, but your costume was on spot, dude. I loved it. Like
Thank you.
There was nothing about the film that I thought, we didn't take it too seriously, we took it seriously, but we didn't take ourselves too seriously, and we had a lot of fun making it.
Which I feel like it really hits the tone for that era of Batman, because it's the channel's called No Budget Productions. It's not like we're gonna have a Chris Nolan or a Tim Burton budget with this. So the best thing to really shoot for is the Adam West style. So I think we did that pretty well.
Well, one thing that I always think shines through, though, in V-Man's productions is, you're right, they are no budget, but the storytelling and like the heart behind a lot of the stories is kind of where a lot of it shines. You can tell, they were having a blast. He was having a blast working with his son, working with all his friends on this, just something different, like he kind of rekindling that fan film creative flame, so that shone through most of all in this, is that you could tell that he was just having a good time, letting his creative juices kind of sprawl out a little bit, stuff like that.
It was like I think the thing that's kind of like when Royce goes back, years from now and looks at this film, like it was where Royce was when I wrote the voiceover for him. I was thinking, where is Royce at in his life, and then how can I translate that to the character of Robin? And it was, him. Any kid at that age is gonna look at things and go, I feel things are overwhelming, whether it's school or homework or playing touch football, or whatever they call it, the non-tackle football where you grab, it's like not feeling like you're up to what life throws at you. I mean, we all kind of feel that to a point, but more so when you're that age. And that translates really well to Robin. And I think it just made for a good film. Everything else was just, fun and games, watching, taking the old videos of me and him playing as the burglar and Robin. And, I told him when we were doing the burglar scene where he beats up the bandit, I was like, hey man, let me at least put some, sweatpants on and something. He's like, no, Dad, let's do it now. I'm in the mood. And I'm like, so I'm the boxer bandit then, huh? Because yeah, it was just a fun movie to do with your kid, and I think anyone that watches this film is going to see just a good time that we all had,
Yeah, I was telling the guys earlier before we started that Royce, and sorry for waxing you here, waxing you lovely here, glazing you here, man. But he's very lucky to have a dad like yourself, where you're doing something like this with their kid, making a movie and stuff like that. That's just so awesome. That is so awesome, to have that experience growing up and doing this with your dad, doing this with your son, making projects like this, whether it be Star Trek or Batman and Robin and everything. I mean, it's very wholesome. It really is, and not just yourself. Joshua got his son involved as well, and the entire family of Star Trek fan film actors all coming together and doing something a bit different. So it's really great to see, and I can see the fun you guys were having in this. Not taking yourself too seriously, having a laugh. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It definitely came out in this production. May, you got anything to say?
No, I enjoyed it a lot. just the heart is there as always, and it was a pleasure seeing you guys have so much fun making the film. And just no, if I had a dad coming up, that's the kind of dad I would have wanted to have, was V-Man doing stuff like that with me. So
I don't know. I mean, he tried to burgle his own house. What kind of dad tries to burgle his own house?
Sorry, go on.
I think the thing that I really enjoyed about the film, and these are the last minute changes that you do, like when there's several different versions of a script that you'll do. You'll have the one that you have in your head, which of course is on paper. Then you have the one that you film, which of course you think looks better than it actually does. Then you have the one that's edited, which is, okay, the editor looks at it objectively and goes, this can stay, the rest of this can't, but I love the fact that we were able to get little things like, taking Rufus, Royce's, best friend, essentially, put that little red cape on that he used to wear when he was like 2 or 3. Like, I used to take Royce to Walmart. We both wear our capes and we just go fucking walk around Walmart and be like, man, fuck the world. It's all about us. We're just going to have fun, but like I held on to that cape because it's like, those are the mementos as a dad that you keep, because you're like, one day you're going to look back at this through a box or something and be like, oh, I remember this, but we're able to use that and be like, oh, let's make crypto, and I love the fact that we're able to do those things, and yeah, it's not technically accurate in the comics, but it's like, fuck it, who cares? We're having a good time, and you see that clearly in the film, and Rufus was just, he was so good that day, just, oh, I get to go on a walk and I get to wear a cape, but it was a good time.
Well, that's the thing that. Oh, go ahead, Sam.
I just wanted to quickly ask Randy, who did the editing of this, is the film was 22 minutes long. Is there anything on the cutting room floor that you could maybe put back in and make the V-Man cut of this particular fan film?
I don't think I left out very much at all, did I? Josh, Vance,
I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, you and I went back and forth on a couple of things, on hey, what do you think about this, or hey, let's add this, or let's maybe take this, like, but like nothing that would be, 5 minutes of extra additional footage, or this changes the story, or like nothing like that. Like, if anything, I mean, it's just typical editing stuff of, this take doesn't work, this works here. But no, I think pretty much everything, like we I mean, as you can tell from our wonderfully choreographed fight scenes, we're kind of a one and done deal. We don't go back for seconds. We barely stuck around for firsts.
Yeah, like in the fight scene between you and Royce outside, where he runs over to you and his cape is around on the front side, and you put it back on his back. I had mixed feelings about that. It was like, should I cut that out or something? And I thought, this is not going to fool anybody. Anybody's going to be able to look at this and see it's a dad having fun with his son outside playing in the yard. And
Listen,
I trying to make it look like actors on a set making a movie, but it's not. Nobody's going to buy it. I think it's more effective just to see the love there and the fun they're having.
Part of the charm.
I think the thing, like, it's and this is like the cutest part in the film, like when he's got his arms out and he's like charging toward me, and his cape is like, it's almost like a barber shop where it's covering his chest. He's just trotting along, and it's like, oh god, dude, like, it's so funny because, like, this is the stuff that when he finally goes on those prom dates, when we were growing up, like, your parents break out the photo album and show your date, like, oh, this is what he used to look like back in the day. Like, this is the type of shit you embarrass your kid with when they get older, so I love the fact that those things were kept in the film. I think it makes the film even more so of not taking ourselves too seriously and just having that good time, because if you're having a good time, the audience is going to have a good time. And as I was watching this, I noticed quite a bit of chuckles from Zam, and that right there told me, I was like, oh, okay, I got a film here, because if you can make Zam laugh, that's when you got something. That's a hard thing to sell right there. So it's
listen,
sorry, Cheetah.
I just had one quick comment. I thought it was just, you were doing a one take fight scene, like the hallway fight scene from Daredevil. You just no cuts, no cuts at all. You're just fighting.
that was well, you can tell, and I think Randy brought this up. Like at a certain point, like Robin's hit me, and he's like, "I'm gonna call the police," and he walks out of frame, and I'm just kind of sitting there like, "Are we done? Is this it?" Like, and then he comes running back into the room and like ready to beat the shit out of me. I'm like, "Okay, I guess we're going again," And it's like that's like you're exactly right. Like it's that Daredevil one take. Like, oh, gotta keep going. Like I didn't know when to stop, and I kept having whispered to him like, "Okay, like now's the time. Let's do it." Yeah, exactly.
I can do this all day.
I want to quickly get to Sierra Taylor's comment here, but before I do, I just want to say that the reason why I was giggling, laughing so much because speaking to you prior to this and looking at everything, I knew you guys were definitely not taking yourselves too seriously. You wanted to have a lot of fun, and I felt that at the performance, and I felt that whilst watching it. You guys running like this and all of that. Oh, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And Sierra, you got a reaction from me, especially. Because you had the plant from the Little Shop of Horrors behind you.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that too.
Couldn't remember its name to point it out.
I don't know what the actual plant is ever called. All I can think of
remember is Feed Me Seymour.
Yeah, feed me Seymour. Yeah,
Feed me Seymour.
Yeah, and stuff like that, which was great. And I was looking forward to seeing you on those screens, and I'm glad you did. And my God, you laid out so many recognizable faces or characters in this. You had obviously the original Nightwing, you had Wonder Woman, you had the Green Arrow, I'm sure I'll be missing obviously Aquaman and so many more. Like you really gave us a smorgasbord. And so much so that you even crossed over. Whose idea was it to put a Marvel character in there at the end?
It was mine. I wasn't going to initially, but then I saw Paul cosplaying as Doctor Strange one day, and I was like, "Well, fuck, we're making a Batman movie. I mean, it's not much of a stretch to cross him over." So I reached out to Paul. Was like, "Hey, brother, do you want to do a quick scene?" And all it is just like one line. He was like, "Yeah, that'd be no problem. What do you want?" So I told him, I said, "That's very vague," because at the time, like when I initially wrote it like 2.5 years ago, this was like a 30-page script, and it was completely different than the film we have here, because people like it's very much like that one storybook we hear as a kid, that the person the person wants to make the bread, and everybody's like, "Oh, smells great," but like nobody wanted to help make it, but everyone wants to help eat it, and that's kind of when you tell people, "Hey, I'm making a film, I want to do this," and everyone's like, "Yeah, it's great, and then nobody wants to help, and you're like, "Fuck, man, now is this even going to get made?" So I sat on this film for a while, and but I had all these bit parts. Like I had Sean's part done. I had the Wonder Woman part done. I had the Doctor Strange part done. So then I had to reassess, what do I need now that the Constar stuff is done? Like, what do I need to do to get this film made? And is this even something that I really want to do? And then I looked at all the fight scenes with me and Royce of him when he was younger and all those different costumes. And I was like, this is something that you could post on YouTube and it'll get forgotten, through, algorithms and being pushed down through time. Or this is something that I could turn into a film that we can look back and share with our friends and have a good laugh. And this is something you want to save. And that's what most of my films are. When I find something clever, I try to slip it in there just because I want to save it for posterity's sake. But for Paul, it was because I saw him cosplaying and I was like, well, who's going to fucking tell me no? Why not?
Mark,
but
CBS can't come after you on this one.
Right, exactly. But you forgot the most important. Egghead was in there. Egghead.
Oh, yeah.
Who fucking does Egghead? And Josh was great in that one. I mean, when I saw his rough cut of that, I laughed my ass off because he did such a. I was like, it's like shit. He outshined me. That's awesome. Like, we need more of that. He was so great. And that was the thing when. If I'm telling the story right, I think Austin, his son, heard him or saw him doing that. I was kind of curious about it. Well, can I maybe be part of this, or can I do? And so Josh reached out, was like, hey, would you mind? And I was like, fuck no, why would I mind? So that gave me more of a story to do. I threw Superboy in there and had a conversation there, because initially it was just going to be like Robin sitting in the Batcave, and then he turns around and there's Doctor Strange. So it's going to be like maybe a 15-20 second after credit, when this certainly was a lot better than what I came up with. So that's one of the things of storytelling where those things happen on the fly. And we were very blessed to have Austin in there, because I think that scene right there is probably the most adorable scene in the movie of those two. Going back.
I want to see a Young Justice film with them two, and then maybe bring on some other child actors, and like I know Young Justice in the cartoon is like older kids, but like let's have like Muppet Baby like Young Justice. You got like Robin, you've got Superboy, you get somebody doing like Red Arrow and Speedy, or wait, Speedy.
If I was to do a Young Justice, it would be like the comic book from like the 90s, where it was Superboy, Robin, and Impulse. Like, I fucking love Impulse. He was so funny, because like his thought bubbles whenever somebody's talking, like those were funny as hell. Just reading those, like, who cares what people are saying? Like, he was just so fucking funny. It was almost like a parody of comics, but like that's whenever I think of like Teen Titans or the Next Generation, like I always think of that version of Young Justice, because it was just so just three kids who know we got this destiny, but we're not ready for that yet. And eventually, sometimes they handle a small time big bad guy, but they're just three kids having fun, and that's where I think a story works best.
Now, V-Man, we are always offering our services to you here at NerdTube when it comes to wanting a part in your fan films, mate. You know me, I always want to play a villain. I want to be the Reverse Flash in the next fan film you make. Cheeto, I can easily see him playing Vandal Savage. Look at that beard, for Christ's sake. It's definitely there. Mage, I'm sure. At the top of my head, I can't think of anything right now, but I'm sure like there's some sort of character you would love to play in a DC fan film.
I could see him as Toyman.
Toyman, yeah, okay.
Major Ray, I could see him as Toyman.
So I guess so. There was something else that popped in my head, but it slipped my mind at the moment. But we are always here, to offer our services, because we love what you do. We love your commitment. You know what I mean? And we've, I would, if you ever want to do a sequel to this, I'm here for you, baby. You know what I mean?
Well, I've got ideas, and I've ran something past Randy, and all I will say on that front with Randy is he was able to buy the mustache and the red telephone for his part, and that's all I can say for that. So I do have some ideas. There we go.
Nice.
Commissioner Gordon, without
so I do have some ideas, and I may throw some things past you, see if you guys are interested, because I love collaborating with my friends, which is where I work. I brought Sierra on. I've known her for I want to say like 13 years. Like, she was a friend of mine on the Promenade. And she does cosplay, she does her own stuff, and I'm a big fan of that. Like, just seeing some of the stuff she does, and like honestly looking at that makeup that she did for Poison Ivy is like, holy shit, that's that's a lot better than any Vance film deserves. It was really good.
Fantastic. She was absolutely really committed to her role. Looked great in her costume. I commend her for what she did. She was great, and obviously the little props here and there, just to add to it, and all of you guys, even regardless, all of your extras in this movie, they did what they could with what little they had to make themselves look the part.
Vance, can you pop the link over to Sierra? She was asking if she can jump on.
No,
I thought I did early. Hold on just a second. Give me a second.
Sean, so I actually had a question for you.
Yes.
So did you just do the part of Aquaman, or did you have any other parts in this?
Just Aquaman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what if you were to come back as like another, let's say we do the Young Justice thing, like with the super kid, like who would you want to come back as? Like not obviously not as one of the kids, but like, I mean, if you want to be Aquaman in there, you could. If they have an Aqualad, you can interact with him. But like, if there was a character out of the entire DC universe you could pick out that you wanted to kind of come in as, who would it be?
Oh, God, that's okay. So, I guess disclaimer: I'm not, and people on my channel will know this. I'm not huge about comics and extended universes and stuff like that. But if I had to like pick someone, I suppose a really disgruntled Green Lantern would be fun.
Oh, very nice.
Like a very cynical one, just a very jaded, just desaturated Green Lantern.
Nice.
You know what? Actually, Mage, you're Sinestro. That's it. You have to be Sinestro. Mage is Sinestro. I can see it already.
You got to get purple face though. You got to get like a purple, like pinkish face.
Yeah. I want
you know
to
what
be
you
villains.
should.
We need to be villains. Whatever happens, none of us are heroes. You know, considering how we started off meeting V-Man in the first place, we have to play villains. You know, that's
the
our
nerd
role.
tube of doom.
Welcome,
Hi,
Sierra
Sierra.
Taylor.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. Thank you for letting me join.
Oh, and you're keeping in the spirit of things with your green hair. Love it.
Thank you. Yes.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I hardly recognize you from what you look like in the film to what you look like now. You look so different. You really did a good job with the makeup and
Thank
everything.
you.
Was that all you?
Oh yeah. I did it. It took me maybe like an hour or two to do all of it. Set everything up in my living room. I also did Vicky Vale in the movie too. So when I put the two side by side together, I'm like, wow, they look so different.
Yeah, look, there's another one. Yeah, all these Easter eggs Vance was giving us in this movie is great.
Yeah, how long have we known each other, Sierra? It's been like what, 13 years now, or like we met on the promenade,
about 11.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Promenade for sure. I think I was 17 when we met, so I think it's been 11 years now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been a while. Like I don't remember. Like there was no like defining moment. Like I'm Sierra, be my friend. Like there was never anything like that. But I don't remember a time when like when did we meet? But yeah, like it's been forever. Like it just seems like you've been doing the cosplay stuff for a while, and it's like every time you post something, it's just like, God, she's so fucking talented. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, we just interacted a lot in the promenade, talking a lot about comics and stuff, and then we did that. And then you asked me to do the Star Trek fan film that I helped out with, and then you asked me to come back to do this, and I was so excited because I love Batman.
Wait,
so
Vance asked somebody to do a Star Trek fan film.
No.
Whatever.
I know, it's shocking.
You didn't stalk someone's Facebook? Wow.
Yeah, Sean would know all about that, right? Like, I'm this
Just
guy.
using
Want to be in
my
my movie?
COVID money and on a Star Trek outfit, and then I'm checking my phone at what time was it at night, and just, what is this about a fan film? What? So yeah, but the rest is history. So
yeah, I seem to make a lot of my friends doing that. Want to be in my movie? Want to be in my movie? Like, get away, fat man! Gonna stop bothering me. God dang it.
Aww.
So you're
Don't talk
bothering-
about my
I'm
friend like
bothering
that. I'll
you,
kick
mate.
your
I'm
butt.
bothering you to be in the fan film. I'm gagging for it to tell you the truth. But what projects have you? What projects have you got coming up next?
Me?
Yes,
Wait, who?
you.
Anyone? I mean,
all of you.
Yeah, plug your stuff.
Yeah, plug your stuff.
Royce has talked about doing a horror movie because he's saying, do I have here's forgive the place I'm packing because we're moving but like there's some of my
I see Freddy Krueger's glove there.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that Gorn
Wolverine.
mask?
Wolverine, yeah,
Wolverine,
Gorn
sorry,
mask.
I apologize. Yeah.
No, there's Toad's helmet right there. There's a Mandalorian. There's Gorn. There's the axe. There's the crowbar. Ghostbusters.
I was gonna say, I see the Ghostbusters.
Rick and
I've got the same
Morty's
helmet. I got the same Mandalorian helmet, by the way. The Ironsmith. Yeah.
Yeah. And And so, like, Royce asked, he was like, can we make a horror movie? I was like, okay. I mean, you're afraid of the dark. How do you want, how do you want to do that? I mean, you want to be like the bright light killer? I mean, how do you want to do this, son? He was like, I don't know, Dad, but I got this sword. Can we do it? I was like, well, I mean, we can. I mean, you can use the crowbar and we can put it on YouTube, or you can use your machete there and we can put it on a different platform. Because the thing is, because he's a kid, if you put any type of object like that and make it a little graphic, they'll strike it down. Like, we had opened, Alec Peters had sent us a goodie box for Axanar, and he had a butter knife and he was opening the box with a butter knife, and they flagged that and said it was dangerous for kids. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And yet I'm watching some of these little bastards out there fucking do these skateboarding shit and shit that can get them killed. And I'm just like, oh my God, YouTube. So YouTube kind of sucks. So I'm tiptoeing around the idea of, okay, how can we do this appropriately? And I told him, I said, as the quote unquote producer of the film, because that's what you want to do, you decide. Do you want to be restricted by what YouTube is saying, or do you want to make the film you want to make? He was like, what do you think, Dad? I was like, me personally, I've never listened to what people want. I always just do what I'm going to do and fuck them. And he was like, let me think about it. And then he came back and said,
Dad, fuck them. That's what he probably said.
Good
well,
kid.
no one would be like, crud them, So he decided that he wanted to make the film he wanted to make because he really liked the machete, and he's always liked that look on the little Jason YouTube videos that he watches. So I'm thinking we're going to be doing a horror movie. I know we're interested in doing a sequel to the Batman film. I do have a script written. I don't know if that's necessarily the complete direction I'm going to go. I'm giving it a little bit of space, and I wanted to see the reception of this one, see what works, what didn't work. And I have some upcoming projects for the Avalon stuff. And there is some cameos for Star Trek stuff, but I'm going to be kind of hush-hush on those things because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who isn't ready to divulge that stuff. But generally, it's nothing super huge. Just try to avoid work and spend time with the family, because that's right now the most important thing. My dad, I calculated the calendar days of where he was when he passed away, and I'm hitting that point. October 20th will be the equivalent of when he would have passed away. So for me, I'm pretty reflective of that in my life, and I really want to spend as much time as I can with my family and the people that matter to me, because you start thinking of things like mortality and stuff. So I'm kind of just taking a break for the moment before I approach anything of, well, what's next on my plate. So
well, you look great, by the way, Vance. You definitely lost some weight.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I've seen some of your progress on Facebook. So yeah, keep up the good work. You're an inspiration. I myself, I've actually done 10,000 steps today, but then I'll eat an ice cream or a couple of donuts. Yeah. I keep ruining every bloody bit of progress I try to make. But I'm still trying. So, but yeah, you're gone. Sorry.
The thing for like I am pre-diabetic. So we were able to put me on Ozempic to kind of help with the blood sugars and whatnot, and it does help with the appetite. But I'll admit, Sam, I work so much. I was going to work and I would eat because of my depression, because as most of you know, I'm bipolar. So my emotions fluctuate pretty bad. And then when you're away from your family because of working 72 hours, it's like that depression gets even worse. And then when you're kind of isolated from people, again, it gets pretty worse. That's why I go through spouts where I stay the fuck off Facebook, because I don't want to be around people who are just yes people. And just, I think people feed into that negativity, and I just don't want that. So I kind of avoid that. But I would eat, and I would use that as my comfort. And then I would eat because I'm bored. And then I'd be off for the weekends, and I'd be like, well, it's 3:00 in the morning. I should be in bed, but I'm going to go grab another snack. And it's like those things. I told my doctor, I was like, look, you keep telling me my health is important, but I need something. And it's like the trigger in my brain would not shut off to stop eating. So it's helped out a lot. It's not a cure all, but it's a help. And I went from 303 and a 5X shirt to I'm now 282, and I can wear a 2X.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to. I mean, I'm at peace with the fact that I'll always be a large guy. I'm okay with that. I think you should be happy with yourself. And I've told Royce that. I'm like, look, I don't care if you're thin. I don't care if you're fat. I don't care as long as you're happy. I mean, I'm not giving you an excuse to go eat like 20 ice cream cones. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to be happy with yourself and the choices you make, because there's a lot of beautiful people that are just ugly on the inside. And, I've got good friends and good people around me, and that's, because of the choices I make, not because of what I look like. So
I recommend putting the pizza rolls behind you.
never say that. That's why you're the bad guy. That's how you're going to earn your reverse flash mask, you son of a bitch. Don't say that to me.
Those looked terrible on set. Like absolutely revolting. You have these stage lights in this stupid shed in Flippin', and they looked like rancid. It was terrible.
They had sat out for how like 5 hours. They sat because they were in the heat,
something like that.
And we bought them just before we got there too, so it was that hot that it was soggy. It was unappealing. They weren't cooked, and it was just like, yeah. I didn't care. I shoved them all in my mouth just so I could get them in Greg's face, and those reactions were real. I love that part of the film.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Of course, everyone's salivating over them, and as soon as the camera cuts.
Yeah, you do not. Yeah, I could not wait to get that out of my mouth, and that sounded better in my head than it did just now. So yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. We can clip that. It's okay. We'll just put that out there.
There we go. It's gonna be a soundbite. It's gonna be someone's ringtone.
Actually, Ciara, do you mind if I ask you a question really quick? So did you take any inspiration for your Poison Ivy? Like, did you take, like, I don't know if you're a comic book fan, like, did you go for the comic book, the animated series, the movie version of Poison Ivy? Like, did you have any of that, or did you kind of influence, like, all of it influence your
in
decision?
terms of like my costume?
Anything, like,
your character.
Yeah, for personality, I went for how I'd imagine her if she actually was in like the 1960s, Adam West. I was like, oh, how would she be in that? Very campy was what I was trying to aim for. Very campy, seductress, like vixen personality. But with the costume, I definitely leaned towards kind of like that animated series look she has with the plain green. And I added a little bit of New 52, like the swirls she has. So that was kind of the inspo. I went because sometimes when I think of Poison Ivy, I like that I like the idea of like her veins being really green and like sticking out and kind of like monstrous. But instead of going for full on veins, I just kind of like did little swirls and stuff, kind of like vines, but not vines. Yeah.
I thought you were channeling a little bit of Uma Thurman.
Always.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her. That's unironically my favorite Batman movie. So controversial.
Batman Robin. Okay, it's good to know.
Yeah, Batman and Robin, Uma Thurman, Mr. Freeze. I love it. The camp, all of it.
Batman and Robin was definitely a homage to the Adam West era. Without a doubt. As
with nipples.
It's controversial. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
well, it was cold out, you see, because Mr. Freeze.
Yes.
So
that's why.
Yeah. I can expect it. Maybe, Mage, you could do that one as well. I can see you as Mr. Freeze as well. Sorry, Mage, for throwing all these characters at you, but you look like a very versatile actor. After seeing you playing as a Klingon, mate, I can see you do anything. Okay. I think any more questions? I think we should wrap this up if you guys don't mind.
I have one more for Randy.
Yeah.
If Randy, how long would you say that this film took to put together? Like a couple weeks, like a couple hours? What? How long did you know? Was it drag and drop, and then you're just like, yeah, Vance will love it?
It was definitely not drag and drop. there was a lot of figuring out what. Well, the video that Vance sent me was pretty much done and ready to drop in, but I guess the most time I spent was trying to figure out the right music, the right sound effects, things like that. Like I used the '60s Batman theme for all the fight sequences, and but when I wanted to build tension or mystery or that sort of thing, I used later Batman music from the movies, and I came up with a few little things to go in, like the panel that moved to reveal Robin's suit. That I pitched that to Vance, and he liked it. And a few little things that I came up with, and just
did you come up with the graphics for the pow whack and all of that? Was that you?
Yeah, well, I found them online. I found them on the internet. They were already
brilliant,
right?
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I love them. I was trying to find something that pretty much matched the Adam West series, and lots of different words, and different colors, and then trying to get them. I tried to get them to appear and kind of come up to full size and kind of bounce a little, and when they got to their apex, and trying to pull that off. I put a lot of time and effort into it, but not that much. How long did I work on it? Like 2 weeks, and it was probably an average of a couple of hours a day for 2 weeks. Yeah,
I mean that's still a lot of time. I mean, people are busy, and that's still effort.
Yeah.
I'm about to say it didn't take Randy very long. Like I don't think. I mean, it was longer, of course, in my head because I'm looking at the whole picture and then thinking about what I have to film next and who I have to talk to get such and such done and what we're going to do. So, but I think once Randy started putting pedal to the metal or metal to whatever the phrase is.
Pen to paper.
Once he started doing the deed, like it went by really fast, and it was like he would have ideas where I sat back and was like, oh, that's a lot more interesting what I had. Yeah, let's do it. And so I would retake something or I would do something different. Like it was his idea. Like at first when Robin, Batman and Robin hear Siren Head, like I told Royce, I said, just open your mouth, just open jaw, like, and it was his idea to put the scream in there. Which initially I was resistant to because I was like, I don't know, it kind of, but I was like, you know what, fuck it. What's the point of saying you like to collaborate if you're never going to listen to anybody and if you're always right? So you know what, let's try it. Worst case scenario, we could just yank it out. So I sat there on the bed. I was like, all right, Royce, scream like a girl. And he didn't even ask me why. He just, and I was like, oh man,
so funny.
That's a good actor.
Yeah, I love the fact that my kid never even asks questions. He's sitting there playing his game and he just screams. And I think we did 2 takes and I sent it to Randy. And then as soon as I saw that, I was like, see, this is why you have a good editor, someone that has ideas and it's like, hey, this doesn't quite work this way. Let's try this. What do you think? And I love that, but he overall, I think it was like 2 weeks from when he actually started sitting down, getting to it. And then, yeah, I don't think it was that long. Like not as opposed to a lot of other projects. Like I don't know if I've just been blessed with having really talented actors, actresses, and editors, but it never really seems to take a long time for the projects once we sit down and go, this is what we need. We just have really great people, and I think it stems from the fact that we never ask more than we're willing to give of people. And it's just, hey, whatever's within your budget, don't outstretch yourself and, do what you can. And we're okay with what you can do, even if it's not completely accurate, So I think it makes a better product.
Okay. Before we close things up, Sean, is there anything you got? You obviously do your own stuff as well as work alongside Josh and Vance. Have you got anything coming up yourself, mate?
I'm actually working on a documentary. Figured I'd take a left turn and do something that's nonfiction for a change, which I have found extremely rewarding so far. It's been a lot of research put into it, a lot of newspaper clippings, and I've got about 12 minutes edited so far, and what's probably going to be close to an hour long. Hopefully, I can have it out by the fall, end of the fall, something like that. And I've gotten some people in the fan film community to provide some voiceover for some of the very real people that have come up in my research, just to sort of bring some authenticity to it. And I really hope that at the end of the day, it's going to be, even though it is very objective, I hope I can find some subjective truth in there to tell, to really be able to push the human condition forward in it. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to get this project out.
Excellent. I look forward to seeing it. Randy, are you going to be splicing anything in the future?
Well, right now, I don't know if you know, but the studio that we always use, Neutral Zone, has moved from Kingsland, Georgia, and they're in the process of putting the sets back together in Sandusky, Ohio. And there's a small team rebuilding the sets, and that, as you might know, that the sets are huge, and it's going to take them a long time. We don't know how long, but maybe we can't see ourselves probably filming anything until at least second quarter of next year. And I'm not sure if they'll all be done then. But, we may just have enough to do a film, but maybe not all the sets are done. But we at this point, we have we have too many ideas. We've got all this spare time, and we're just coming up with ideas right and left. We got too many, more than we could possibly ever do in a lifetime, and we'll have to whittle it down to something before we eventually have the use of the studio again. And then it's a matter of figuring out how to get there. Sandusky, Ohio, for crying out loud. And it's a long ways for me. But we're working on it. And I'm doing other things, like I'm working on a project for Jose, the Nature's Hunger guy. I've done things for Frank in his series, and Vance. And I did a film for somebody that's not a fan film. It's an original movie about two, like, I don't know if I don't want to call them losers, but they're just two like he said it's kind of like Clerks,
Okay, I think when you said losers, I immediately thought of something like Kevin Smith.
Yeah, he said it's kind of like Clerks, and I play a pub owner who's being pressured by the mom to pay him protection money, and they beat me up and eventually end up killing me. And
spoiler.
Well, I haven't told you the title yet, so you won't know what movie I'm spoiling. So
I'm a big fan of gangster. I'm a big fan of gangster films. It's one of my favorite genres.
So you might have to reach out to Zam when it's ready to go. And Zam,
I love the gangster genre so much. Outside of science fiction, it's my favorite. Sorry.
Interesting little story about that movie though. But the thugs are dragging me into a warehouse to tie me to a chair and beat me up, trying to get the deed to my bar. And along the way, I decided that I could fall down, but I don't want to fall on that hard concrete floor. I'll fall against this pile of cardboard over here. And so I pitched it to the director, and he says, "Yeah, that'd be great." And then we did it, and I missed the pile of cardboard and did fall onto the hard concrete floor and broke my hip.
Oh no!
Lord! Oh God!
The surgery was 9 weeks ago. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. 9 weeks ago tomorrow, and I'm just
sacrificing yourself for your art.
Yeah, no more physical acting for you.
Yeah, you need a stunt coordinator. Tom Cruise, you are not.
Recording.
What?
Finally, sorry. You got anything more to say, mate?
No, I'm good. I just had to tell my broken hip story.
No problem. Finally, Sierra, anything you're doing or collaborating with or you got coming up?
Yeah, I have this horror movie coming out soon.
Love it.
I did a little bit of help with the like production, but I get a little small role as an extra in it. It's called Jitters. There's a trailer already out like on YouTube and stuff. It's in post production now. Yeah, just some horror movies and cosplays as I tend to do. But yeah, Vance, when you start working on that horror movie, let me know because I love horror movies. Yeah, I was like, that's for Royce. That's gonna be the best way to get over being scared of things. Is I was terrified of horror movies until I started making them.
And that's like when he was young, like one of the things that helped him get past his fear of like, people being killed on TV or like watching, like if you walked by and saw CSI, the dead bodies, whatnot. Like I showed him how to make blood, which is, you take chocolate syrup, put it in a bowl, put some red food coloring there, mix it up until, the more red food coloring, the brighter the blood. So it's fresher the blood, whatnot. And once he saw me making that, I was like, go ahead, taste it. He's like, no. I said, trust me. And I dipped it, taste it. He was like, so he did. And he was like, it's chocolate. I said, right. This is what we're going to use for blood. And that was actually, he became the makeup artist on one of my fan films, one where I'm like tore up on the simulation of the bridge or whatever before the ship blows up,
I love that.
But that was a way for me to like, and that's one of the things that I like working with him on these films is he gets to see the behind the scenes stuff, but like you said, horror is a great way to get past those things of being afraid of the dark and being afraid of the natural things people, little kids are, it's a great thing. So, but I will be giving you a call, Sierra. Trust me.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Excellent. And we already discussed you've got an abundance of things coming out as well. And like I said, call me. All right. Okay. So thank you very much. There's a lovely ensemble here. It's been really great talking to you all, reconnecting with some of you and getting to know some of you as well. It's been absolutely fantastic. And from myself, Cheetah and Mage, thank you very much for being and allowing us to have the privilege of reacting to your fan film and obviously interviewing all. It's been great. So that being said, thank you everyone out there for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, not only to No Budget Productions and Filk Ferrick, if I got that right?
Yeah, Filk Ferrick,
yeah, Filk Ferrick Productions as well, but obviously to NerdTube, the greatest social media YouTube channel